Albanese's China trip. Prime Minister in push to bring back Chinese tourism. We're sorry, this feature is currently unavailable. We're working to restore it. Please try again later. The Sydney Morning Herald. The Sydney Morning Herald. Sections. Network. Advertisement. Politics. Federal. China Relations. Come and say g'day. Albanese pitches new campaign to woo Chinese tourists. By David Crow. Save articles for later. Add articles to your saved list and come back to them anytime. Advertisement. Shanghai. The federal government is trying to restore $12.4 billion in annual tourism business by urging Chinese travelers to return to Australia as Prime Minister Anthony Albanese rebuilds relations with an official visit to Shanghai and Beijing. Albanese used a major tourism event in Shanghai to highlight the stronger relationship to 420 business chiefs who are crucial to the travel and tourism trade. About 1.4 million Chinese travelers visited Australia each year before the pandemic, but the business has been slow to recover from the COVID-era travel bans in both countries. The federal government is hoping to restore the country's tourism business by encouraging Chinese travelers to return to Australia. Credit, Tamara Dean. Tourism Australia, which is hosting the event for Albanese and Trade Minister Don Farrell on Sunday, estimates the visitor numbers in August were 50% of the numbers before the pandemic. About 58,000 travelers visited in August, the government agency says, and most of them were tourists rather than people visiting family members. The Chinese government approved group tours in August. The theme of the Tourism Australia pitch to Chinese travelers is, "Come and say g'day," and is being advertised to the Chinese market. One challenge for the tourism trade is the restriction on airline capacity, which is 86% of what it was before the pandemic. Most flights to and from Australia are operated by China Southern, China Eastern and Air China. Qantas resumed flights to Shanghai last Sunday. Advertisement. Albanese met with the tourism industry chiefs in Shanghai, including companies that promote and book travel to Australia, before attending the opening session of the China International Import Expo in Shanghai. In a sign of the warming relationship between Australia and China, the Prime Minister had a private dinner with Chinese Premier Li Qiang on Saturday night, shortly after arriving in Shanghai. In brief remarks after that dinner, Albanese said it was wonderful to be in China as the first Prime Minister to visit in 7 years. We must cooperate with China where we can, we will disagree where we must, but we will also engage in our national interest, he said. It is in Australia's interests to have a positive and constructive and open and respectful dialogue with our major trading partner. And that's what I hope to achieve over the coming days. Albanese will hold further meetings with Li before a formal meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in the Great Hall of the People in Beijing on Monday. After speaking to the Tourism Australia event on Sunday, the Prime Minister toured the expo to talk to some of the 250 Australian exporters who are exhibiting at the event. The exhibitors include Lark Distillery of Tasmania, Tamar Valley Fruits, Austral Fisheries, Blackmores and Sanitarium. Cut through the noise of federal politics with news, views and expert analysis. Subscribers can sign up to our weekly Inside Politics newsletter. China Relations. China. Anthony Albanese. Tourism. Most viewed in politics. From our partners. Advertisement. The Sydney Morning Herald. Twitter. Facebook. Instagram. RSS. Copyright 2023.